Yeah, she just asked if I'd watch it while she goes and deals with that.
Okay. Firing the laptop up. Hey, Cindy. How are you? Trying to get everything in order real quick while waiting for folks to filter in. Where'd it go? There it is. I kept screwing up the songs. I was not doing well this morning. Normally I'm not that bad. She's outside. I'll let her know you said hi when she comes in. What am I looking for? There it is. Huzzah. Oh, whoops. That's there. That's there. Hello, lurkers. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. Just trying to get all the countries in order to the list real quick so that I'm not trying to hunt them down during the stream. Sweden. Okay. Oh, Guatemala. Guatemala, where are you? How's everybody today? Giving it a couple more minutes for people to filter in, and while I'm doing that, I'm arranging everything into the countries. So that I have it in order for the list. While I do that, you'll feed your face. Sounds good. I'm almost done. I just messed up. Mexico, Sweden, Guatemala, Netherlands, Belgium, Austria, Venezuela, New Zealand, did I forget to put these on the list? So how's everyone? Don't be afraid to talk. Alright, I realized something I messed up on the list, so we're gonna have to fix it as we go. You knock those trolls out quick. I didn't even see them pop up in chat. You kill them before I ever even see them. All right, yeah, Cindy, we're going to be making some corrections on the fly when we get down to the Netherlands area. Hey, Tim. Yeah, because I just realized right in the middle of the Antilles part, where it said 1921D, it was supposed to be 1921U. And that one through the 1942, the first 1942S, are all East Indies, not Antilles. I handle a ton of world coins, Tim. I probably do more world coins than anybody on YouTube. I would not be surprised. Right now, I'm just trying to correct some errors that I made on the list. Yeah, and in the 22S, I think there's only one, not two. I think I accidentally put it twice. Yeah, there's only one. Or that 42S, rather. The 42S 1/10 Gulden, there's only one. Not two. So, alright, I'm taking that out on my side. Alright, well. You have a lot of them, just don't know much about them. Hey, great time to learn. All right, and we do have one special coin coming up. Anybody who caught my goofing off stream earlier has already seen it, but I'll throw that in somewhere in the middle. Yeah, there's a lot to learn about world coins, and I definitely don't know it all, for sure. I know more than most. Maybe. I can think of a few people out there that know more. Oh, hey, thank you for being subscribed. Like Hidden and Ant both, I would say, definitely know more right off the top of their heads about world coins. No, Matthew, I haven't started yet. But I try, and I'm always trying to learn more myself. But we do need to get going here because we have a lot to get through today. So just a reminder to everybody, we're not going to be on Thursday because obviously Thanksgiving. That would be pointless. So because of that, we're doing a full-scale run today. We got 142 lots, unless I made more errors, which hopefully I didn't. So we're going to get going. Need info on pre-1900 coins? Hey, Blues. All right. We're starting off today in Australia. Flip. We're starting off with the 1912 shilling from Australia. This one is 0.925 silver. It's in good condition. And this one we're looking at $15. And believe it or not, yes, in this condition, this thing is still worth 15 bucks. On this one, when you start getting up into like fine and very fines, and especially extremely fines, you're already into the hundreds. Today's theme, Matthew, is foreign silver. So we're going to be taking a little tour around the world. Get my pointer out of the way. Any takers? $15. 1912. Australian shilling. Good condition. 0.925 sterling silver. Oh yeah, definitely. I've actually, if you guys make it next Monday, I've actually got some ancients for next Monday coming out. Going as far back as BC. Last call. I think a lot of our foreign guys are on just yet. Oh, by the way, for anybody new, here is the payment info. And if you are new and you get something, you need to make sure that you contact me by the end of the night with your PayPal information and shipping information. Otherwise, you don't get anything, and it will be forfeit. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1917 shilling in good. From Australia. Again, 0.925 sterling silver. Looking for $4. It's pretty much right at melt for this one. I think melt on this one's like $3.60 right now, or $3.60 melt. Looking for $4. Anyone? Last call. I'm going to be going through these a little bit quick, guys, so if you want something, jump on them. Like I said, we got a lot to get through. All these are on buy it nows. All right, moving on.
Yeah, that took way too long.
All right, next up. Cindy says hello.
Hi.
Next up, we've got a 1942D. That is D as in Denver. Back in the day, we used to make some of their coins for them. So that is actually a Denver mint mark. And this is a Australian sixpence. It is brilliant uncirculated. Looking for $8. It's only got minor bag marks. Making sure not to finger it up.
Hi, Bill J.
Hey, Bill J. Looking for $8. Anyone? The BU sixpence, 0.925 sterling silver. Last call. All right, moving on. Nobody wants to be you. All right, next up, we got a 1943 D. Which has a typo. That's supposed to say VF. I think, unless I got the wrong coin. Hang on, let me see if I got the wrong coin. That's always a possibility. Oh yeah, I had the wrong coin. Okay, not a typo. I had them mixed up. So it is a 1943 D. Sixpence. Brilliant uncirculated. Again, looking for $8. Check that out. That is some bling. This one's got even less bag marks than the previous one. Last call, $8. Didn't you just come in?
Yeah, but I was watching her stuff.
Uh-huh. All right, moving on.
It took them forever to go for the key.
Oh, Trent just came in right at the tail end.
Congrats, Trent.
Congrats, Trent.
No, she's been here out standing outside for 2 hours.
That is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Hey, Trent, that if you missed it, that 42 BU is still available too. Nobody bought this one. That was $8 too if you wanted it. Alright, next up, 1943D. Sixpence. This one's in a VF, so it's only $3. And there are 3 available. All of them are VF. That one's number 1. It's got some kind of weird something or other. You'll take the 42. Cool. 42 is going to Trent. Let me put your name on that real quick. Alright, so this is the first one. As always, the first person to bend gets to pick which one they want. Here's the second one. Oh yeah, first one was a sixpence. So the first one wasn't even a 3p. That was a 6p. Sorry about that. So this is actually number 2 then. That previous was number 1. This is number 2. My brain's gone today. So with me. One, two. Okay, that was a typo. There's only 2 of them. Not 3. Oh wait, the 6p. Oh, okay, I see what I did. The 6p, there's 1. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be making corrections on the fly. Okay, so this is the 6p. And then the other 2, the next 2 that say 6p are actually the 2 3p that you guys just saw. So this one's $3, and then the 2 3p that you just saw are also $3 each. So we'll just do all of them right now. Oi. I know, right?
How'd you mess up?
Huh?
How'd you mess that up?
Oh, I've got this sheet all messed up today. All right, so this one, last call, $3. We'll get it figured out. All right, we're going to move on. And last call for these 2, the 3p. These are $3 a piece as well. That line is on the plastic. That's not on the coin. You guys just saw the coin. Anybody want one of the 3p? 0.925 silver each, both VFs, both $3. And here was the other one again. All right, we're going to move on. If anybody decides you want any of those, let me know. Now that I've thoroughly confused everybody. And give me a second because I'm going to fix this on here real quick. So that I know those were both 3s, not 6s. There we go. All right, next up. 1943, San Francisco. 1 florin from Australia. This again, you know, like I said, we used to make some of their coinage for them. Yeah, we're back on track, at least for right now. So again, this is 0.925 silver. It is in very fine. And we are looking for $7 on a buy it now. Straight it's on the overhead so you guys can see the whole coin at once. There we go. Get closer. Focus. Focus a little more. There we go. Now you can see the whole coin. Yeah, very nice. These are kind of stuff that, you know, like I often say, the cameras do not do these coins justice. Last call on this one, $7. All right, moving on. All right, next up we got a 1943 S Australian shilling, 0.925 silver. So still in the sterling silver. This one is in AU. And we are looking for $8. Make sure just to touch the rims. Don't want to finger it up. Look for $8. Anyone? Last call. Don't be afraid to talk, everyone. Socialize. Have fun. Let us know you're alive. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 44 shilling in AU. Looking again for $8. Or wait, nope, this one's $5. Looking for $5 on this one. That is a beautiful coin for $5. Going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. Trent's getting all the goodies. Yeah, let me mark that real quick. Yeah. All right, $5. All right. Next up, 1951. Now we're into the 50% silver. This is after they made the transition to the lower silver percentage. This one's a florin. It's an extremely fine. And we are looking for $6. These are about the size of a small dollar if anybody's never seen one in person on these Australian florins. Looking for $6. Anyone? Last call. By the way, just a reminder, if anybody needs airtights, we have a ton of the silver dollar size airtights. And we're selling them for 50 cents each, so just let us know how many you want. We have like over 200 of them right now. So just let us know how many you want, and we will get them to you for 50 cents a piece. All right, moving on. If you buy like 30 or more, I'll give you a discount on them too. All right, next up, 1952 shilling. 50% silver, brilliant, uncirculated. Make sure not to finger it up. Looking for $14. Lighting's kind of weird. I'm trying to show you the cartwheel on it. It does have it. But I don't want to like blind you guys with glare. Yeah, camera's not wanting to see it. It does have it though. Last call. All right, moving on. Stay. Next up, 1960 florin. An extremely fine. Looking for $6. A little bit of schmutz right there on the shoulder. If you do Ken Peavy's freezer trick, that might take that off. That might make it pop off. Using science to decrud your coins. Last call. The way you do that, by the way, sold to Trent. Congrats, Trent. And the way you do that, by the way, is you put the coin in like a Ziploc bag and you get as much of the air out of it as you possibly can. And then you throw it in the freezer. And what happens is that the coin, because of the cold, contracts faster than the goo on the coin, which can potentially make it just pop right off. Yeah, science. All right, let me get Trent's name on this one real quick. All right, next up, 1961 shilling. And very fine. Looking for $4. No, $3. Looking for $3. These shillings, if nobody's ever seen one, they're about the size of a quarter. So for your comparisons, it's about the size of a U.S. quarter on these shillings. Looking for $3. Yeah, it doesn't always work because if the crud is like really, really on there, sometimes it won't get it off. But on some stuff, it will work on, and it doesn't hurt the coin at all. But the big trick is you want to get as much of the air out as you can because, you know, you don't want the moisture in there with the coin that's in the air. Can't wait to try science. Because then you can get ice crystals form on the coin, and that can screw the coin up. And then when you take it out of the freezer, you want to leave it in the bag while it warms up because you don't want the moisture in the air to condense on the coin, getting it wet. Last call. $3. Can't wait to try science. Yeah, try it on the ones you get out of rolls that have goo on them. Some of them it'll work. All right, moving on. Next up, 1962 shilling. 50% silver and very fine. Looking for $3. This one's a high very fine. That's still got a good bit of luster left. I just felt there was a little too much wear on the bust there to call it an AU. So yeah, this one might actually be an EF, not a VF. I think I undergraded this one. I'll let you be the judge. It's staying a VF though. Last call, $3. Only 2 more coins from Australia, and then we are moving around the globe. You think I've been conservative on a few? I've been trying to be more conservative. Because I don't want, You know, I don't want to have a chance of somebody to get it and be like, what the heck was this guy thinking it was this high? All right, moving on. Stay. Next up, 1963. 1 shilling in AU. This one's going to be $6. Want to finger it up. Want to keep it nice in AU. Look how shiny that is. Yeah, it's got a little toning going on. That is a beautiful coin for $6. Any takers? I'm actually surprised that Ramon, Bill, and Hidden are here. They all said during my earlier stream that they'd be here. Last call on this one. 1963 shilling in AU. 50% silver. $6. Got a bit of toning going on. All right, we're going to move on. Last one from Australia. We're going to be... Can you guys see that okay? Or does it need the scope? So 63 3-pence, 50% silver in VF. Hey, coin digging. Looking for $3. This one I think I undergraded too. That is a... Yeah, that reverse is probably AU on that reverse. Yeah, I think I definitely undergraded this one. Last call, $3. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want any of those Australias, let me know. Let me get these out of the way real quick. And we are going to be moving on. To Greece. Getting greasy. All right, we got a 1960 20 drachma. 83.5% silver and very good. And we are looking for $5. This is just a little bit bigger than a quarter. Hey, Jeep and John. You just missed Australia. But there's a lot of them left, so if you were looking at any of those, just let me know. Last call on this one, $5. 1960 20 drachmas from Greece. 0.835 silver and very good. You're always at work. You need a day off. Oh, by the way, just a reminder, anybody that was here on Thursday, your packages are still here. They ship either tomorrow or Wednesday, so unless you go over a weight, your shipping's already covered. I know, you work way too much, dude. You need a day off. All right, moving on. Next, we're in Cuba. Now, I always have to let you guys know, if anybody buys either one of these, it's not going to say Cuba on your invoice on PayPal. It's just going to say foreign coin. You're about to have 5 days off. Woo! Hey, Greg. All right, so we got a 1920 10 centavo from Cuba. 90% silver and very good. Looking for $3. So the reason why they have to say foreign coin and not Cuba on them is because PayPal because of the old embargo we used to have, which we don't even have anymore, they still get grumpy anytime they see the word Cuba on something. You have 50 West Point sets to put together. For what, the quarters or just like a bunch of different stuff? Looking for $3. Anyone? Last call. 1920 10 centavos from Cuba. 90% silver. Ah. We've got a bunch of the Lowell and the American Memorial Park W's, if you need any. All right, moving on. Next up is the only other Cuba coin that we've got. Which I just dropped. Give me a sec. I'm retrieving the coin. Here we go. How'd you get so many? So we're looking for $4. Again, 90% silver. You're close to the 4,000 mark. How did you get so many? Those are supposed to be spread out. That's insane, dude. Send me a set for Christmas. We've only got 2. We haven't found any. The only reason we have 2 is because I bought them from Rick. Last call on this one, $4. That's crazy, dude. That's dedication, I guess. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want these Cubans, let me know. We are now moving on to Switzerland. Land of holy cheese and chocolate and watches. And bank accounts. Alright. So this one is a rare one. This one only has 500,000 that were originally minted. And I'm sure the survival is significantly less because tons of them have probably been melted down. This is the 1931 B 2 francs from Switzerland. 0.835 silver. And it's in fine. And we are looking for $7. Into 7 states getting them? That is ridiculous. Are you like, do you travel for work? Are you like a driver for your job? Or did you just make special trips for that? Looking for $7, anyone? Again, only 500,000 of these were ever minted. And a bunch of them, I'm sure, have been melted down over the years. Sold to Trent. Congrats, Trent. All right. Trent. $7. All right, next up, we got a 1955 B. 2 francs from Switzerland. 0.835 silver and extremely fine. Looking for $9. This is a delicious coin. Check that out. It's probably an EF plus. This thing is gorgeous. Minted in 1955, made its way across the pond to America, and it still looks as good. Ooh, very cool. Let me know when that video is up. I like to check that out. Because I never get notified about anything on YouTube. It's really annoying. Last call on this beauty, $9. Don't miss out. This corn is gorgeous. Going to Trent. Congrats, Trent. Man, Trent getting everything today. It's all right. I don't mind helping Trent build his collection. All right. Next up, we got a special coin. Only 73,444 of these were ever minted. And I'd be willing to bet they are not all still around. I gotta be very careful with this one. This is the 1971 Star. That star matters. That's a mint mark. This is too close. Hang on, let me bring it up a bit. Because there's a star version of this and there's a no star. You see the star down at the bottom? Right there? That's what it's referring to. And this is the 10 liret or 10 pound. That's their word for pound. Come on, focus. All right. That mirror finishes messing with the camera. It's 90% silver. This is the Let My People Go proof coin. And this one is going for $40. See ya, Jeeps. Yeah, this thing's gorgeous. This thing's larger than a $50. To give you an idea. But this is a very limited edition. Again, only 73,444 of these were ever minted. So how many of these are you going to get a chance at again? Looking for $40. And did it have... What's this one with edge lettering? No, no edge lettering on this one. And that's a nice deep cameo. Last call. This puppy is rare. You know, if you're generous, you'd say probably what? Half of these have probably been melted over the years. Heck, with it being an Israeli coin, a bunch of these could have been destroyed in the mini wars that they have over there. All right, we're going to move on. If anybody decides they want that, let me know. All right, we got one coin from Germany today. One lonely little coin. but it's an oldie. 1905A half mark. 90% silver in fine condition. And we're looking for $3. Like AI. No, like the A mint mark. Right down there. You can see that little tiny A. $19.05. Looking for $3. Hidden wants it for $2. I'll give it to you for $2, Hidden. Oh, never mind. Trent bought it at the full $3. Sorry, Hidden. Trent took it for the full $3. Sorry, man. If somebody's gonna go the first, yeah, but if somebody's gonna go the full bid, I got to give it to them. All right, next up, we've got 2 of these available. These are 1952 50 piastres from Lebanon. They're both in very fine, and these are going for $5 each. So there's the first one. And here is the second one. Your stream keeps freezing. Hit refresh. We're green on my end. Looking for $5 each. Any takers? Hi, Hayden. Last call. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we got some big honkers. There's 3/4 of an ounce of silver in each one of these. The total weight of the coin is 1.5 ounces. There's 3 of these available. Check that sucker out. These things are bigger than American Eagles. These make silver eagles look small. 1978 $10 proof from the Bahamas. This is the Prince Charles. And we do have 3 of these available. All of them are deep cameo proofs. Only 16 bucks each. There's number 2, and there's number 3. Just the vinyl flips that these are in are 2.5 by 2.5 because they don't fit in the standard 2x2s. They're too big. No box? What do you mean no box? What the box do you speak of, sir? Yeah, if they came in a box, I didn't get them in a box. I got them loose. I mean, they originally came from a proof set. Yeah, I don't have any boxes, Blues. I just have the coins. Sorry. Last call on these. Oh, by the way, we also have the... This is the Sir Milo Butler, which is the same thing. It's the 78 $10 proof, 3/4 of an ounce of silver, 16 bucks. If anybody wants one of each, the Sir Milo and the Charles, I'll knock $1 off each and do it for 30 bucks for the pair. Last call. On all of them. All right, we're going to move on. Sure. Get back in there. Thank you. Get these out of the way, and then we're going to move on to France. France. Starting out with an oldie. Very oldie. few very oldies, actually. Starting out with an 1866 1 franc. 83.5% silver in good condition. Looking for $10. Get out of here, Claire. There we go. Now it's not all glared out. $18.66. Looking for $10. Anyone? Last call. All right, moving on. Next up, 1868 A. 1 franc. This one's in about good. Looking for $4. Napoleon Bonaparte. Any takers at $4? Last call. All right, moving on. To a 1903. 50 centimes. 83.5% silver and fine. Looking for $9. Not on your list. Oh yeah, it's not on mine either. Hang on. It's on there. It's the 05. That's a typo. The 05 is supposed to be 03. So that's my bad. So it is the one that you put up. It's just I had the wrong date on it. Looking for $9. Anyone? Does anybody got cool plans for Thursday? Anybody gonna do anything interesting with the turkey? Trying anything new? Last call on this one. If you guys have never tried it, I recommend breaking down the turkey like you would a chicken. So separate out the 2 breasts, the 2 thighs, the 2 legs, the 2 wings, and cook them on a grill. That is really good. I did that a couple of years ago. Oh, it was awesome. All right, moving on. Next up, 1916 1 franc in fine. Again, 83.5% silver. Looking for $4. Upside down. There we go. Looking for $4. Don't everybody talk at once. Cindy's not going to be able to get a word in edgewise. Ugh. Oh, so apparently nobody has any plans for Thursday at all. Hey, Coin Captain. I haven't seen you around in a bit. Where you been? Feeding your face. Last call on this one. $4. All right, moving on to 1918 1 franc. And extremely fine. This one's going for $10. Check that beauty out. 101 years old. Check that sucker out. $10. And this beauty is in your collection. Best plan you ever had. Let everyone else cook, show up, eat food. Yeah, I can't remember the last time that I actually got to eat somewhere else and somebody else cooked. Everybody knows I'm a trained chef, so everybody wants me to cook. This year, though, it's just me and my wife. Nothing special going on for us. We're just going to spend the day together. Last call on this one, $10. This puppy's gorgeous. All right, moving on. Making a big year jump now to 1960. This is a 5 franc in extremely fine. And it's going to be going for 10 bucks. These are about the size of a small dollar. A Susan B or a Sacagawea. Looking for 10 bucks. Last call. Hey, Rich. How you doing? I just realized I never flipped this one over.
No, they'll do it once a year.
All right. Oh, Trent just came in and he's buying it. Sold to Trent. Congrats, Trent. Alrighty. Trent, 10 bucks. Alright. Alright, next up, this is the same one except for it's a very fine. Oh, Cindy, Condi, tomato, tomato. It's the same coin except for it's in VF. So this one's only 7 bucks. It's got some of that like dark silver toning going on. All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on. And the final coin from France is a 1961 1 franc, 0.835 silver and fine, going for $6. Or 5 francs, sorry. God, I had typos all over the place today. It's actually a 5 franc. Oy. Get back up here, Flip. Any takers at $6? Last call. All right, we're going to move on. All right, next item up. I'm going to do this one under the scope because it is small. This is a 1951 20 centavos from Honduras. 90% silver. In good condition and looking for $3. She thought it was Buddha. Any takers at $3? Last call. All right, we're going to move on. Oh, hey, Rich, we got a special coin coming up here in a little bit that you definitely might be interested in. Just saying. All right, I'm going to take a quick intermission, and then we're going to get into Britain. So give me a few minutes, and then we will get back to it. I will be right back. Alrighty. Alright. One second. Alright. Next up, we got 1904 Britain shilling. 0.925 sterling silver. We're going to put the stat. I'll put it right there. I should probably go back to the overhead. There we go. King Edward. Looking for $5 on this one. The cool lion standing on the crown. Looking for $5, anyone? Last call. All right, moving on. I don't know if we'll make it through all of these tonight, but we'll do our best. Back to scope because we've got another little one. Next up's a 1911 3-pence. 925 sterling silver and very fine. Looking for $4. That one might actually only be a fine. I'll go $3. I think I got overgraded a bit. So we're going to go with fine, $3. Correction on the fly. Last call at $3. Excuse me. All right, moving on. Next up, 1911. 1 shilling. 925 sterling silver, and very good. And we're going to be looking for $4. If anybody's wondering for size comparison, these are about the size of a quarter for the shillings. So you're looking at this one at, maybe what, 50 cents over melt? It's not bad for a 1911. Last call. All right, moving on. Next up, we got 1912 shilling and good. 925 sterling silver. Looking for $4. I'm going to start going a little bit quicker on these. So I'm going to do about 30 to 45 seconds each. So if you want one of these, make sure you jump on it. All right, moving on. So the scope for this one. Next up's a 1912 3-pence. This one's in fine. Sterling silver, 0.925. Looking for $3. Out of the way, pointer. What's a pence again? A pence was a penny. So this would be like a 3 cent. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1915 shilling. 0.925 sterling silver. This one's in a VF, and we are looking for $6. King George with the mighty goatee. Right? Oh, we did too. We had silver 3 centers. We just ended them a lot sooner. Yeah, they were tiny. All right, moving on. Next up. Did you see Mahdi coins? What's a Mahdi coin? I am not familiar with that term. Hi, Amy. Next up, we got a 1916 3 pence. And very good. Looking for $2. Over 100 years old. It's only $2. Oh, UK. Yep, we're on Britain / UK right now. Going to Amy for $2. Congrats, Amy. Mark that real quick. 3 pence. Next up, 1916 1 florin. You're very welcome. 0.925 silver and very good. Looking for $7. Oop, switch back to the overhead. Got a little scratch up on his forehead. But to make it 103 years with only 1 scratch, that's not bad. Yeah, that is a very cool design. basically all of the designs from the UK countries. So you got, what is it, Ireland on that side with the harp, Scotland, and then these two are the Britain. Oh, Amy, I've got something you might be interested in for next week. It's a bronze Roman Trajan, in what would be basically the equivalent of extremely fine. It's nice. All right, moving on. Next up, 1919. This was the final year of .925 silver coins from Britain. I'll PM you about it. So yeah, this was the final year that Britain did .925 silver. In 1920, they switched it to the 50 percenters. This one again is a 1919 shilling and fine, looking for $4. Did I throw in a Texan accent? If I did, I don't know how. I've never been there. I was born in New York, spent 20 years in Colorado, and the rest of the time here. Yeah, Amy, I can do that. There's actually two of them. Do you want to see them both? There's a 1911 and a 1912. Okay. Eyes can do that. Last call on this one, $4. Nice. All right, moving on. Yeah, you missed the two really old ones. We had they were from France, but we had two of the 1800s from France. They were pretty cool. All right, here's the 1911. Oh, let me get back to Scoop. And out for the night. Send me a balance on an invoice. I will pay tomorrow. Don't ship yet. Balance for what? You haven't bought anything. Did you owe me a payment on something? I'll have to look. All right, here's the 1911. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get that out tonight. Shows you where my brain's at. And this one was $3. All right, we're going to Amy. And then also $3 for the is the 1912. Scroll back up. And also going to Amy. Where'd you go? Showing 3 pence. Amy, $3. And 11 3 pence. All right, awesome. So these two are going to Amy to expand out her 3 pence collection. All right. All right, next up, we got a 1921 shilling. Into the 50 percenters now. Get back to overhead. Been very good. And we are looking for $3. It's got that cool silver dark toning. And I need to speed it up or we're not even going to make it through Britain. Rawr. So again, I'm going to do like 30 seconds each on these guys because we need to boogie. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1921 florin. This one's in a VG, looking for $6. I got a few more coins, and then we're going to do our special coin, our one American coin for the night. All right, moving on. All right. Next one is the same coin, except for it's in good condition, so it's only $3. So cheaper alternative if anybody wanted one for a lower price. Here's one for $3. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1922 sixpence. I will, Amy. I'll let you know. And I'll send you pictures. For $3. All right, moving on. Stay. I can go with her. Next up, 1922 British florin. And very fine. Looking for $6. Any takers? Something bit me on the back of my ear. I got an annoying itch. All right, moving on. Next up, from 1922, we've got a 1 shilling. Tell Angela to stop doing what? She's not doing anything. Biting my ear. This one's been very good. Looking for $4. Nothing wrong with a little biting every now and again. Just saying. All right, moving on. Next up, we got another 3 pence, 1922. Been very good, going for $2. You can never go wrong with a $2 coin that's that old. It's almost 100 years old. Over $2. moving on. All right, next up, we got a 1923 Florin, and very good. Looking for $4. 50% silver. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1925 3 pence. This one's in extremely fine, and it's going for $12. Yeah, glare. Let's move that over. Oh, there we go. For $12. Oh, 6 pence, sorry. I had a typo on that one. This one's a 6 pence. I even had it labeled wrong on here. I'm doing a bang-up job tonight. 6. There we go. Ah. Typo is my middle name. All right, moving on. Again, if anybody decides you want any of these, after the fact, just let me know. Next up, 1927 1 shilling. This one's in VG. It is going for $2. 50% silver. Right? Especially when it's that old. All right, moving on. Guess we don't have our foreign crowd out much tonight. All right, 1928 Florin. Very fine. Looking for $6. Usually out on Thursday. Yeah. It's all good. Just means I'll get a shot at him later. I should probably flip this one over, huh? All right, moving on. All right, next up, 1928 shilling. 50% silver and fine. Looking for $5. Well, except for Trent, who's cleaning up tonight quite nicely. He's out. Yeah, I don't think I'm the only one now that's been, getting that movement going to get more people into the foreigns. I think there's more people that have kind of picked that torch up and helping to spread the word about them. Because they're fantastic coins. Moving on. Let me get this stack put away real quick. All right, who's looking forward to the one special American coin coming up soon? We're almost at that halfway point. Yeah, that's definitely one good thing about getting into foreigns now is, the more people that get into them, the more demand there is, the higher their prices are going to go. So get into them now when you can get them cheap. All right, we got a 1930 one florin in fine. Looking for $4. I mean, heck, you got, where'd they go? You got these giant ones that we had. These big old Bahamas. 3/4 of an ounce of silver in these things. How much do you think these would cost if they were American coins? You definitely would never be getting them for $16 each. And in fact, as you're getting into foreign coins, you definitely want to get the top few countries that are the highest collected while they're cheap, which is Canada, Britain, Austria, Australia, and Panama. Those are the top 5. All right, moving on. All right, next up we got a 31 3-pence in VF, looking for $2. Yeah, it's kind of nice. As you get up to these years, now you got the triple thistle. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1931 florin in fine. Yeah, acorns and thistles they used on a lot of their coins, which is an interesting choice. Ugh. I don't know where that came from. Looking for $5. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1931 shilling in VF, looking for $4. By the way, for anybody who didn't know, 1 shilling is a half a florin. So 2 shillings is a florin. So if you ever seen those British coins, the silver and the copper nickels that say 2 shillings on it, that would be a florin. No, crown is it would be the dollar from back then. The florin was a half a dollar. No, a half crown is a half dollar. Yeah, I think that's why they got away from it. Just went to the decimal system. I don't know. Let me see real quick. Is it a quarter? Did you just look it up? So a florin was a $quarter. Oh, shot in the dark. Well, now I'm curious. How many florins and crown? $10 florins. Made up a pound. Or a crown. Oh, wait. Nope. Hang on. Okay, sovereign was the big coin. So, okay. Just real quick. All right, so you got the sovereign, which was the pound. which was equaling to 240 pence, or 83 pence, or 46 pence, or 20 shillings, or 10 florins, or 8 half crowns, or 4 crowns. So, there you go. And the sovereign was gold. Sovereigns were minted in gold. So that was the old breakdown. Thank God we never used that system. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we got a 1933 1 shilling in fine. This one we're looking for $4. Wow. All right, moving on. I didn't tell you to fall. Get back up there. Next up, we got a 1933 6 pence in very fine. Yeah, you look at a monetary breakdown like that, it just makes you wonder, like, who the heck came up with that? Because that is just weird. Some might actually be closer to an EF. I might have undergraded this one. But looking for $3. Super shiny. All right, 3 more coins after this, and then we'll be doing the American special coin. All right, moving on. Yeah, I looked it up on Google too because I had no idea. Next up is 1933. But the one I found, like I said, was a breakdown of what all made up a sovereign. So, yeah, that makes sense. You skipped one, Cindy. Next up's the 33 3 pence. And 33 3 pence. And very fine, looking for $2. Can't be $2 for a VF, especially when it's 50% silver. All right, we are moving on. Next up is a 1934 shilling. 50% silver. This one's going for just under melt. Or just over melt, rather. $2. That's the size of a quarter. So it'd have to be 20 cents. Okay, so it's the equivalent of like 20 cents back then. I guess that would make sense because they do have a 20 pence now. Anybody alive out there? Join the conversation. Hey, whatever works. All right, moving on. Next up, 1935, 3 pence. This one's going for $2. Got one more after this, and then we're doing the special coin. All right, moving on. Next up, so 1935 Florin in fine. Looking for $4. Yeah, you had it right. I was like, why did she retract that? Looking for $4. Anyone? All right, moving on. All right, time for the special coin. I'm gonna have to raise this up for it. Alrighty. It is not on the list. It was a surprise. Check this out, guys. It's a 1931 San Francisco wheat cent. Graded PCGS MS64 red brown. Turn the camera actually straight down on it. There we go. That's closer. MS64 red brown. List on this coin is $225. We're doing this one for $185. Yeah. Any takers? 185. God, what is up with my camera? Can't seem to get my camera to point straight. Any interest? Anybody? That is a beauty. At a great price. All right, nothing cooperating with me tonight. All right. Give me 1 second. Did I just refresh my stream? No. Last call on this one. And then we got to move on. The Wheel of Death on 2 screens. Huh. No, we're still green. All right, we're moving on. Oh, now it just hit red. All right, let me refresh real quick. All right, back to green. Hopefully that helps. All right, next up is a 1936 shilling. This one's in very fine, looking for $3. We're going to be back to going through these a bit quick, so if anybody wants something, jump on it. probably put my camera back down a bit so you can see these better. Focus. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1937 3 pence going for $3. It's an extremely fine. Getting into the King George the Younger now. Now you got another new reverse design. It's a great price for an extremely fine. Only $3. It's $1 per pence. Man, tough crowd tonight. Can't get a reaction out of anybody. Except Cindy. Cindy and I are getting lonely. Nobody wants to talk to us. Alright, next up, 1937 1 shilling AU. Alright, you're going to get your own little personal coin show. $5. Man, nobody wants an AU for $5. Alright, moving on. Next up, got a 38 3 pence in AU. Once again, looking for $5. That thing is gorgeous. This thing is beautiful. And honestly, the only wear on it is just right there. You can see a little bit on the cheek and the temple. The 2 highest points. That is it. But, all right, moving on. All right, next up is a 1938. Spent once. Got a 1938 sixpence. This one's an EF. Looking for $4. I got some carbon spots on it. Last call. You like the reverse on these? All right, moving on. Next up, 1939. Yeah, that is kind of a cool font. And 1939 sixpence and VF, $2. All right, moving on. $19.39 florin. And very fine, looking for $5. These are the ones that are about the size of a small dollar. And these are the ones that I was talking about, that if you see on the back, it says 2 shillings. That is a florin. Looking for $5, anyone? Moving on. Next up, we got a 1939 half crown in fine. Now you're getting closer to a $half size. Looking for $5. I might actually have this one undergraded. This one might be a VF. I think so. I think it's their $50. Or was back in the day. Yeah, I think this one might actually be a VF. But whatever. Last chance, $5. All right, moving on. Let me get these put away real quick. So they're out the way. All right. Starting to wonder if it'd be faster just to say, is anybody interested in foreign silver coins? Next up, we're on a 1940 florin. 50% silver, extremely fine. Look for $6. All right, moving on. I'm starting to think the only ones left are the lurkers. Just watching the show. All right, next up, 1943 pence, and extremely fine. Looking for $3. Very nice. This is a great price for this coin. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we got a 1940 sixpence. And this one we're looking for $4. Hey, Clinton. Somebody's alive. All right, so the reason I have this one at a VF Plus instead of an EF is because it's got a lot of luster left to it. but just a little too much wear on the hair on the bust there to feel comfortable with trying to call it an EF. All right, moving on. Yeah. First up, we got a 41 sixpence. This one's an AU. Looking for $6. That one is a beaut. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we got a 41 shilling in VF. Looking for $3. 50% silver. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1941 florin in extremely fine. Apparently I typoed on that one on the list. It's actually an extremely fine. All good though. We'll stick with the yes, the 41 florin extremely fine, $7 is the one that we're on right now. Is that one not on there? Rips. All right, well, all good. It's a 1941 florin. It's an extremely fine, and it's $7. And that is a great price for that coin. All right, moving on. All right, next up, we're on the 1942. Add those backwards. All right. The 1942 Florin and Verifine. Looking for $6. All right, moving on. Next up, 1942 sixpence. And VF looking for $4. So an argument on this that could probably be made for an extremely fine. But I felt there was a little too much wear on George on the front to call it. Definitely a lot of luster left on this one, though. All right, moving on. Next up. Yeah, you got to look at both sides and the rim. You got to take into account the rim as well. This one we got a 1942 3-pence in VF, looking for $2. So I see a lot of coins that look perfect in a slab, but it's a it's a 69, and odds are that it was a tiny, tiny blemish on one reed on the rim that you can't even see that knocked it down to that 69 instead of being a 70. $2, anyone? So one of the main only issues I really have with the slab holders is that, on the PCGS one, it's not bad because you can mostly see the rim except for right where the holding cases are. But like the NGC one, because they're white, not clear, you can't see it. which is especially annoying when you have coins with edge lettering. All right, moving on. So that was 43 sixpence. This one is in AU. Looking for $4. All right, so by my time, it's 7:07 right now. I'm going to get through as much as I can through 7:30. So we'll see how we do. So for anybody, if anybody's on that had the list and there's something past what we don't get to that you want, just let me know. And we'll just take care of that one straight out. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1943 half crown. Very fine for $6. We are almost done with Britain. For $6, anyone? Yep, and you don't have to wait until the streams to buy stuff from us. You can always hit us up on email if you need something, and we can do direct sales to you. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 43 florin. This one's in VF, looking for $5. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 1944 sixpence. This one's an extremely fine, looking for $4. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a 45 sixpence. I got this one at an EF plus. Which means there was just a slight little bit too much wear for me to call it an AU. That's like right at the top of his head. A little too much. But the reverse is still an AU. But you always got to go with the lowest, so it goes for an EF plus. $5 anyone. All right, moving on. Final coin from Britain. It's been a long march through Britain. And this one is a 45 shilling. Extremely fine. $5. All right, moving on. Let me get these put away out of the way. And then we were going to be going to Mexico. All right. We're kicking off Mexico. With a 1931, 50 centavos, 30% silver. It's an extremely fine, and it is $3. And Cindy wants this one. Going to Miss Cindy. Get her out, Cindy. All right. I don't have that coin. That coin is missing. I'm going to have to figure out what happened to it. So we're going to skip that one, and I just realized we have one that wasn't on the list. So, yeah. Oh, wait, hang on. I need the scope real quick. All right, that's the 39. Which one did you buy, Cindy? You bought the 31, right? Okay, I see what I did. The 31 was supposed to say 51. So I had those screwed up on there. So the one that I showed that you had been on was actually the 39 AU that was supposed to be $7, and you just bought it for $3. So, all right, this one's the $3 one. This is the 1951. This one's 30% silver and extremely fine. You want this one too? Alrighty. So yeah, you just got this one below melt. So that was a nice little score for you. All right. People will be benefiting from my mistakes. All right, next up, we got a 1946 1 krona from Sweden. 40% silver. And this one's going for $3. So I get it out of the holder. Come to me. Corona. Not Corona. Corona. $3. Alright, moving on. Got one more from Sweden. The 1965 1 krona. Again, 40% silver. This one's in extremely fine. And is going for $4. Right? Alright, moving on. Alright, now we're at Guatemala. And we got a 1925 1/4 Quetzal. 72% silver and very good. And for $5. We're going to move on. We got one more from Guatemala. This one is a brilliant uncirculated 5 centavos, 72% silver. Check that leaf detail out. I was going for $3. Flip. There we go. All right, moving on. All right, given the time, this is probably going to be our last bit of the night. So we got another low mintage guy. Of $250,000 originally minted. This is from 1957, 1/10 golden from the Netherlands Antilles. Some pretty cool toning on it. This one's going for $3. Moving on. I'm going to call this one the last coin of the night given the time. So, unfortunately, we didn't make it all the way through. But hey, we tried. Alright, so this one is a 1960 1/4 gulden. This one is from Netherlands, Antilles Province. 64% silver. It is in AU. And we are looking for $3. And OBS just randomly reset itself. Yeah, not too bad. Alright. We're going to move on. So I'm going to call it a night. So for those of you that stuck around to watch, thanks for hanging out. Cindy, thanks for modding as always. Everybody, I hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving. We will be back next Monday at our normal time. And we hope to see you all there. All right, we're going to get the invoices done for the folks that won some nice items. So everybody have a great night. I'm out of here.